Good evening and welcome et bienvenue. This is Victor Alpha Charlie Juliet sur VA3 CJZ opening change group for Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. My name is Chuck and my station is located in Hamilton, Ontario at the western tip of Lake Ontario. And we meet here every Wednesday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. This net has been on the air once a week for 1,600. It is a simple net, so not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. It's a great way to test the range of your antennas and radios to help you improve your station. Stream this net on YouTube. That way, people who tune in can hear how they sound on the air, see their signal strength, and of course, hear stations that they can't pick up on their radios. Just search for VA3CJZ on YouTube and look for us under the live button, or tonight's title will be AREG 74. And everyone with a valid license is welcome to check into this net. And I'd like to congratulate and welcome all the newly licensed amateur radio operators. Welcome to the hobby. And with that, I'd like to ask that you please leave at least a 1 second delay between transmissions to allow. Now, with that, do we have any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations, or one and done? Please come now.
VE3 RPP. VE3 WPG, listening in the background while getting other things done.
All right, I got two stations there. I got RPP and WPG listening in the background. Let's bring in Rick, VE3 RPP.
Before anybody did. I just want to be the first one there.
All right, buddy. Well, you are number one with a bullet. And how's it going? What have you been up to?
Not much. Just doing odd things here and there. Really not.
Yeah, you got all your stuff ready for. I got to drain my garden hose and put that away.
Yeah, I got to do that too.
Now, you get my friend. If you have anything to add at any break in when there's all right, I got two more there. I got VE3KMQ and VA3CA. Let's get a little mic Quebec.
It's Mike here, and hope you're doing well, and everybody else listening along. The first one this evening. Good. Had some fun on this year.
Your contact life. Off the American continent.
I was checking, I don't know what it was.
You know, uh, sometimes that helps, right? Oh, that's funny. You know, uh, I'm old. But, in between doctor's appointments lately, that's been me busy, my friend.
Okay, sorry about our load. Quite nicely.
It's causing that, obviously. It must be internet issue. Oh, so again, and, I don't know if you guys can see the screen now and pick up. Nonetheless, thanks, Wade, for all the information. And a few newbies I've never seen before here. Bob Goff 27. Where are you? And of course, you've got Matt, man, Donner Wayne. Oh, that's the AFMD. Okay. The Dragon is with us as well tonight. Good evening, the Dragon, and at home. Good evening and welcome to the net. And Albert, no, it looks like yeah. And then we have Max. I see joining us. Good evening, Max. Thanks again, Wade. Anything else to add?
Just really quickly in the last YouTube the video is back now, but the audio is breaking up.
Okay, we'll check on that. But supposed to be all right. Glad to hear it. You know, my wife knows there that had I think a knee replacement, and those joint replacements are the hard ones. It's major surgery there. I've seen personally how they do that, man. It's gross, but yeah, it takes quite a while to recover from that.
Apparently, there's a doctor, Dr. O. Surgical way to do it. They normally do it when I do the knee. They cut kind of like right up the center, right across your cap. What he's found is he cuts on the inside of it, and he does the replacement, and everything is back. So the muscles and the tendons don't get cut. And apparently, like the success rate is
Okay. Yeah. Well, I remember when I had surgery done on my and I shot my elbow, and when I woke up, the doctor said you won't see any stitches because they used a new technique and they just taped the wound shut with, of course, special tape, and it healed very nice. Of course, it didn't get no zipper, and so that was one of the first people that he had tried that on. I think he was from India, the guy who did the surgery. So I was quite happy with the result, anyways.
This technology, and I had my shoulder done. I had no.
On the 24th at 8 p.m. Sunday at 8 p.m. And that is a big one that we always try and enter the contest, even though we don't get as many points. Back to you, Chuck. And that's it for now. I'm not sure, but I think the hand is on the 30th. If anybody's interested, or actually welcome to Regina North St. Paul United Church, and that's on the 30th at 7. So anybody wants to come visit us there, and month is going to be the actual annual general meeting. So it'll be like the normal. But anyway, if anybody wants to come and look, they don't have to be in the club and things like that. They can just come and look if they want. Anyway, everybody's welcome. So back to you, Chuck. Thanks again for doing it.
Okay, Rick, very good then. And so with that, we'll clear with the E3 Bravo kilowatt. Let's see, anyone else out there should check in with us? No. All right, so I guess we're gonna pick up some more Canadian trivia. So before I do, does anyone else have any comments, questions? It's come now.
Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike November.
There he is. How did you know? How did I know? I just put your name in the log map, and as soon as I did the call out, welcome, Matt. Come on in, V3 Sierra Mike November.
That is pretty amazing. I've been listening since about 10 after 8 and on YouTube before that. And just cranked up the radio while I was finishing laundry and dishes and all that fun stuff. And now I get to sit here and enjoy the restoration.
All right, Matt. Well, sit down, sit back, kick back, and remember to keep your hands and feet inside the cars at all times. All right, so as I said, you're in the vlog, and okay, so let's jump right into the Canadian trivia. And this one is more, this first question is more towards people from the West Coast. Let's see. No. Let's see if I can say this name properly. Thutadi, Thuttadi, Thuttadi, the source of Canada's longest river, which is what? Canada's longest river.
Is that the Red River?
Yeah, but it goes into, that's not it. no, not the your, but you're close. But Manitoba, by the way, Mac.
Mackenzie?
And the answer is Mackenzie. Correct, Mackenzie. I believe that's a check in there. Who is that? Listening, playing on. Very good. You get the point. So that next one. Number 8, Fire Station, and Tom's Place on Mars, and its approximate borders are College Street, Spadina, Dundas Street, West, and Bathurst Street. What is this Toronto neighborhood? That would be called Kensington Market. All right, next. The war known in the U.S. as the French and Indian War, what temporarily at Canada? That is what it's called. And I see it looks like Bill is going. It's got a headache. Can you see my friend? Uh, okay. Next, what is the 6-letter name of the that shares its name and story with the beloved children's character?
That one again, please, Chuck.
Yeah. What name of the Heritage Minutes episode that shares its name with the genesis behind beloved children's? I'll give you the answer. It's Winnie. That's right. All right, here's another one. What Canadian prime comedy drama aired from 1909? It starred Paul Gross as a Royal Canadian officer who has a deaf wolf as a pet and helps the department. In fact, it is due south. Sniff dog poop on the sidewalk. All right. What are the two words inscribed on the Victoria Cross, which is the highest award for soldiers from the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and other Commonwealth countries? What's the words? What are the two words inscribed on the cross? For okay. What resort town was named the host mountain resort for the 2010 Winter Olympics? The International Olympic Committee had designated a community as such. That would be Whistler, BC, 2010 Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay. If you sum the total box office, if you sum the total box office made by each Canadian film director in history, which Canadian director has the highest total? James. At over people per square kilometer, what Canadian city has the nation's highest population density? This city ranks fifth on the same metric in North America. That would be Vancouver. 5,400 people per square kilometer. Only should you know this, located in the New Edinburgh neighborhood of Ottawa, was the official address of the residents of the Canada. That is correct. Mole 24 Sussex Drive. Now, Prime Minister, I don't think has lived there for 10 years. I think they found asbestos, and the place is just a mess. It's going to cost to rehabilitate and redo. They live in, I think, what's called, what I think is where the Prime Minister now resides. But the official address of the residents of the Prime Minister. So, very good.
No wonder he hasn't been getting my letters. It's in the wrong place.
Mail.
Yeah.
He doesn't read your language anyways. By the way, Bill's busted. He's out hunting POTA.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, very good. Not one of the Great Lakes. What is the largest lake contained entirely in? Also happens to have great in its name. Let me read that again. Although not one of the Great Lakes, is a lake contained entirely in Canada, which also happens to have great in its name.
Could that be Great Bear Lake?
Oh my goodness, hilarious. It is Great Bear Lake. Right, known in part for building their houses, canoes, weapons, and even bodies with red oak, was a group of indigenous people declared extinct in 1829 as European colonization led to their starvation. This is where the Beothuk located. Newfoundland and Labrador, baby. Here's another one here. Based on a common North American indigenous creation story, what is the two-word reptile often used as the name for the earth of North America that is still used by some First Nations people? Island. Okay, I didn't know this. Given to the city in 1981 as part of its 1,000-pound piece, what European mountain sits at the base of the CN Tower?
The Matterhorn?
That is absolutely. When I hear the word Matterhorn, though, I always think of the amusement, right? The Matterhorn, the Swiss clubs, the Polar Express, Matterhorn too. But yeah, I didn't know that. There's 1,000 piece of the Matterhorn sitting at the tower.
When I hear the word Matterhorn, I think Ricola.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's see now. 906. All right. Loose logo features the brand name at the top of the circle. And what two-word phrase at the Canada Goose logo? Can anyone afford? Yeah, it's art program. Very tough. Now we're getting near the end, so I'm gonna we're gonna switch over to on this day in history. If you don't mind, do we have any questions, comments, or any check-in? No. All right, would help if I bring up proper document. One moment. All right, here we are at on this day 244. Are we still streaming? I think we have video now, right? All good. All right, so I'll just leave that one camera on. That way we switch cameras. So we're at on this day week 240. We start always with today's famous birthdays. Now remember all these bits of information related to October 15th in history. And so we start with a birthday today would be Mario Puzo, born on this day in 1920, American novelist who wrote The Godfather and The Cotton Club and Earthquake and many others. He was born in 1999.
VA3 WPG.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick question for anyone. I guess it might. Did anybody else lose power for about 4 minutes and then come back on?
What, just recently?
Like as of 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, nobody on the radio, just you. I wonder if Wade still there. Are you there, Wade?
Or Bill?
VHNCA. No loss of power here. I did step away for a bit, but I didn't leave the house, and the power never blipped for me. But back in front of the radio now, and I think Bill retired for the night. Either that or went to play POTA. I don't recall.
Okay, no problem. I got UPS on the computer. I managed to get it on hibernate just in time, and then just as I did that, it came back on. Okay, it must have been just me. Okay, thank you. VA3 WPG.
Okay, very good. Glad it didn't last too long for you there. Okay, so next person with a birthday or born on this day is Lee Iacocca, born on this day, 1924. Automotive executive. He was the CEO of the Chrysler Corporation, and he was in Allentown, Pennsylvania. 19. Next, we got Laverne, or Patty Marshall, born on this day in 1943. She's an American couple, and I think she was on Hot Days as well. First, Shirley, a director. She directed the movie Big with Tom Hanks. She directed the movie Awakenings and the movie A League of Their Own. That was a great movie. And born in the Bronx, New York. She passed away in 2018. Born in 1949, Tanya Roberts. A real she's an American actress. She was on in Charlie's Angels from 1980 to 81. Kill. And she was the on that 7. She's the girlfriend's mom there next door. Born in New York City, and she died in. Tito Jackson was born on this day in 1954. Jackson 5. He passed away last year, 2024. Chef Emerald Lagasse was born on this day, 1959. He's in the show called Emerald Life, and he was born in Massachusetts. And last person I have is Sarah, also born in 1959. She's the Duchess of York. Of course, she was born in London, England. She would be 66 today. This day, do we have any questions, comments, or check-ins? Please come now. All right, who died today in history, you might ask? Well, we'll start off with Mata Hari. Died on this day, you might say, in 1917. Exotic dancer, courtesan, and convicted German World War I spy. And she was executed by firing squad at the age of 41. Herbert Henry Dow died on this day, 1930. He's an American chemical industrialist. You might know the name Dow Chemical. And he dies from cirrhosis of the liver at the age of 6. Now, normally I wouldn't even mention Nazis, but Hermann Goering died on this day in 1946, was a German Nazi party leader, convicted war criminal, and Vice Chancellor of Germany. But he was also a World War I fighter, and he poisoned himself, I guess, in prison at the age of 53. On this day in 1946, I'm guessing right after the Nuremberg. Passed away in 1964. James, yeah, James Slater, an American engineer, fiberglass, dies at the age of 67. What a weird first name, James. Passing away in 1971, Sylvester McGee, the last living American slave and oldest person who ever lived. He dies at the age of 100. Carlo Gambino died in 1976. Mafioso, of course, with the Gambino family. That's his name. Died of a heart attack at the age of 74. He's got to be one of the few, if not the only, mafioso. All right. Next up, we've got Paul Allen, dying in 2018. He's an American business magnate who co-founded Microsoft, owner of the Portland Trailblazers and the Seattle Seahawks. He died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age. Suzanne Summers passed on this day. Her real last name is Mahoney. She was an American actress, of course, on Three's Company as Chrissy. Died of complications of breast cancer at the age of 76. Well, that's it for people dying on this day. Do we have any questions, comments, or check-ins for tonight's net? Please come now. And thank you for the pause. All right, let's move on to today in history. And we start the year 1520. King Henry VIII of England orders the installation of bowling lanes in his palace at Whitehall. Now, I had to look up the history of bowling because I thought that was pretty funny. It's over 5,000 years old, with the earliest forms dating back to ancient Egypt around 3200 BCE. Drawings from a royal tomb and God's grave containing miniature paintings. There you have it. Next, on this day in 1582, time changed, really. The Gregorian calendar is introduced in Spain, Portugal, and the Papal States. Days from October 4 to sync the calendar to the solar year and compensate for the due to the Julian calendar having too many leap days. Gregorian calendars on this day. Let's jump Napoleon Bonaparte arrives on the island of St. Helena to begin his exile. Oh, it's a tiny island off the west coast of southern Africa. Where? Next, we go to the year 1866. And we had a great fire in Quebec. Not sure if it's Quebec City or not, but it destroys 2,500 homes. That's the thing in the day. If you had a home made out of wood, if it got fire, neighbors, well, if you did put it out, 1878, Edison Electric Light Company is incorporated on this day. And then in 1895, Henry Hershey patents a machine he develops for the preparation of cereals for food, otherwise known as shredded wheat. Back in 1895. And then I mentioned earlier, Matahari is executed on this day in 19. If you ask me, he was pretty old to be exotic cancer. She was killed. That to me. In 1928, a German dirigible called the Graf Zeppelin lands in Lakehurst, New Jersey. 1933, the Philadelphia Eagles play their first NFL game, losing to the New York Giants 56-0. That's a high score. 1939, LaGuardia Airport opens in New York City. 1951, I Love Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz debuts on CBS television. And remember, if it wasn't for Lucille Ball, never would have started. 1954, Hurricane Hazel makes landfall in the U.S. and in North Carolina as a Category 4 hurricane. 95 people die in the U.S. and Canada. And 1 year later, Buddy Holly opens for Bill Haley and his Comets in Lubbock, Texas, and impresses Nashville Scout and Crandall, leading to a recording contract with a misspelling. Now, Holly's name is actually not Holley, but Holley. Oh, this next guy's got a cool name. In 1964, Craig Breedlove, speed record of 847 kilometers per hour, which is 526 miles per hour. That's land speed record, folks. Who remembers that song Wild Thing by the Trogs? In 1966, Australia banned the Trogs song I can't control myself, as it was terribly obscene. Now I'm going to have to go after the net. All right, 1966, Lyndon Bill creating the U.S. Department of Transportation, or DOT, in 1966. And in 1977, Debbie Boone's single "You Light Up My Life" goes number one and stays number one for 10 weeks. Boone is a Boone's daughter. No? Professional cheerleader Crazy George Anderson leads what is believed to be the first audience wave in Oakland, California. Now, I was in Ottawa one year for the Canada Day celebrations near Parliament, and there are several bridges that go from Ottawa to what is now called Gatineau, but I was behind Parliament down by one of the museums there on Sussex, and I watched people that were sitting on the bridge on both sides of the bridge, and somebody started a wave there, and it went all the way across to Quebec, and then it came back about 5 minutes later on the other side. All right, in 1989, Wayne Gretzky saw as the NHL's all-time top scorer. And now I think somebody has beat Gretzky. Is that right? Yeah, I know. I think I heard someone beat Gretzky's record for that. All right, let's see now. New York City subway motorman Robert Ray is convicted of manslaughter in the deaths of 5 riders after he falls asleep drunk while in 1993, the Amstel Brewery in Curacao produces its 1 billionth. I know Amstel used to be one of the biggest breweries. No longer that the case, but nonetheless, 1 billionth bottle. Curacao is a small island off the northern tip of South America, I believe. All right. In 1997, the U.S. launches a nuclear-powered to Saturn. Then in 2001, NASA's Galileo spacecraft appeared 12 miles of Jupiter's moon, Io. In 2011, Legoland, Florida, the world's largest Legoland theme park, opened in Winter Haven, Florida. Haven, Florida is. All I know is Lego made a big comeback from the 60s and 70s. I think that now it's a thing again. It's they make Lego. They got Lego everything now, even a movie. And in 2018, American retailer Sears filed And finally, also in 2018, a caravan up to 4,000 migrants that starts in Honduras, reaches Guatemala, heading for Mexico and the U.S. I remember 4,000 people on foot walking from Honduras to the U.S. That's crazy. That was when. All right. Well, that's it for on this day in history. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did researching it and telling you forward. If you have any questions or comments or check-ins for tonight's AREG Net, please come now. All right, we're a little early tonight. It's only 9:31 p.m. Any subject they'd like to bring up? If not, we'll just go through the list for a 7-3 round. All right. Well, let's see if Rick, little Ricky is still with us. Richard, V3 RPP. Rick, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck.
Hey, you made it. Last time, I think Alice Paper walked away there. So, very good. So, what do you think there? Any last words?
No, just have a good night and everybody be safe.
Yeah, and if you normally do garbage night on Wednesday night, you get the night off. Thanks for joining me, Rick. Much appreciated, sir. And have a good rest of the week. And that, let's see. 3 WPG. Your power steady now. Still got power. Let's see if Wade is still there. VA3 November, Charlie Alpha.
CJ said VA3 NCA, yeah, still here, Chuck, and listening along. The reports are that YouTube has come back up. It had a global outage. It wasn't just your stream. There does seem to be periodically stuff that's overloading something on your internet connection or your laptop. I'm not sure, but it was once the stream largely much better. So much better there. Yeah, Lake had a bit of a resurgence. I never really got too into it, but I did just I won a table, like a vendor giveaway, and it called my name for an R2D Lego kit, and that was for a non-Lego guy. It has an articulating head and legs and little thing he puts out to connect to the Imperial computer on Star Wars, the first one, well, the fourth one. But that little thing is articulating on this Lego thing. So that was a fun build for this non-Lego guy. So, anyways, yeah, they've got some great kits. Anyway, with that, I'll sit there, Chuck, and take the night off from garbage. You deserve it. VA3 at today.
All right, very good, Wade. And what's the name of the website for health?
There's a few of them. The one that I like is called downdetector.ca. So all like one word, .ca, and then you just type in the address of the you want to check. Special ones specifically for YouTube and the big channels. You can search it up there. Detector.ca.
All right. Okay. get some rest that week for you. Yes or no?
Yeah, it was. I took Friday off as a vacation day, and then I had yesterday off. Monday off, and then I was back at work today. Well, I'm back at work for the rest of the week, so not quite like Mac with a 3-day week, but I still had a 4-day week last week and a 4-day week this week. But I'll tell you, the campus is pretty dead because it is reading week for the students. So, and this 4-day week, so we're easing back into work, I guess.
Okay, very good. All right. Thanks again, sir. Take care and have a great rest of the evening. And so next would be, well, Cal, but I think he's, let's check him out. VA3, no, it isn't Cal, it was Vern. VA3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. All right, let's try Mark. VA3, MHV.
Still here, Chuck. Thank you for doing it, my friend. Enjoyable as always. I'll just wish everybody else a good rest of the week. To everybody, until next time. Down the log, as you guys say. Victor Alpha 3, Michael Victor 7-3.
And thank you for your check-in. So let's go over to VA3, India Mike Whiskey. You got
And nothing to time out. Unfortunately, not much to share. Yeah, it was kind of cool to. I had the 7300 on in the back to a guy working a relatively new park. What's his call sign? The Charlie Oscar Echo, something like that. Michael Mullins was at a park and he wanted to get a good start at a kilo by the weekend. So he managed to work 400 contacts. And just shortly there, I said, "Oh, Bill's got a headache," and he's off to bed. What do I hear in the background? There's Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt. He's screaming at the top of his lungs for contact there. Anyways, right? There's always going to be somebody listening. That's kind of fun. But it is a good reminder for everybody, right? If you're going to go and do something different, just like I'm going to bed, something like that. Anyways, not too bad that you're finished up early tonight, because as I said earlier, and you can practice that all day long. Or is it je suis fatigué? Something like that. Anyways, I'm tired, and hopefully wake refreshed. Before I go down for the count, I'll top up with a nice big bowl of pea soup. You know what that's from. Anyways, don't forget to join me tomorrow night on 446 Thursday evening edition. That'll be on your radio net on Simplex. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Thanks again, Charles. Certainly appreciate it.
okay, Mac. Well, figured, people would mind tonight, and so I'm going to try and make next week's trivia a little bit more user friendly. Yeah, I think people are just ready, and so that's fine. Thanks again, Mac. Je suis fatigué. Yes, well, bonne nuit, Mac. Bonsoir. Thanks much. Next, let's see if Larry in that earlier, but VE3 LBI.
No, we're still here. Just said 7-3 everybody on the net there. It's good to hear me. Audio's a little choppy, so I'm not sure what the problem is. I know you had it fixed there for a while. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, up and enjoyed listening along. With the,
Yeah, I'll put it next time.
but
Our our
Anyway,
all right, Rick. We'll be sure to join you tomorrow afternoon. So with that, let's see if Noel's still with us. VE Tango.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Yeah, I think it's just lazy kind of everything else. I'm just ready for bed, and so I'm not getting much. But there was only two through, so I thought I'd chime in one there. I guess I'll throw it back to you.
All right, Noel. Yeah, I had a gut feeling that agreeable for everyone. Yeah, it must be I'm still in the body. Anyhow, thanks for checking and participation there, Noel. We'll catch you on the logs. Take care. So, if we have any last-minute check-ins for tonight's AREG Net, this is VA3. All right. Well, I count 15 check-ins plus of you who did not have call signs that I didn't see, but I'll go through the after here and double check if I missed any call signs in the YouTube stream. I want to thank everyone who joined me once again tonight on this post-Thanksgiving net. And I want to wish everyone a great rest of the week. And I'll be here again next time, same bad channel. Until then, be safe, be kind to one another. This is VA. So long for now.